Hey guys, I'm Natalie Richardson. I'm from Sturtsville, Missouri, and I'm a back spot. I am 5'10", and I'm 168 pounds. I have always loved cheerleading, like my kindergarten, first and second grade years in school. For Halloween, I was a cheerleader. And so my career started when I went to junior high and I tried out for my school's team. And so I've done that from 7th grade on, and so this was my last year, obviously. But I've always wanted more. Like, my school's not they're competitive. We do competitive cheer, but we're not high skilled necessarily. Like, no one on my team has tumbling. They never have. And that's really uncommon for people in our group to have tumbling because of such small schools. There's not a lot to pick from. So I've always felt the need to go on and do more. And so I always begged and begged and begged my parents to let me do all-star cheerleading. But they just told me, it's too expensive. We can't afford to do that. And I was like, okay, I understand. So my senior year in high school, I finally convinced them to let me try out for a team. And if I made it, I would pay for it. So I went to Mega Gymnastics, and the only senior team that they had was a level 4. And obviously I didn't tumble. So I was already really super nervous, but I told myself I'd rather regret trying out and not making the team than not trying out at all. And so I went out there and I just gave it my all. I gave it everything I had. I gave the most probably silly facials during my dance, and I just really focused on getting my legs up on my toe touch and everything like that. And so my coach ended up texting my mom and was like, listen, I didn't expect Natalie to come out here and give us what she just gave us. I'd love to have her on my team. And so that was the start of my journey. I worked 3 jobs to be able to afford to go to Mega and be a part of that. But honestly, this is the best experience of my life, and I don't regret any part of it whatsoever. I made tons of friends that I think will be lifetime friends. I got closer to my little sister, who was also on the team, and I just learned a lot about myself and how I can push myself to be better. A couple months before I tried out, I was 230 pounds, and I knew that I needed to better myself and I needed to lose some weight to make the team. So whenever I tried out, I was 200 pounds. And today, almost a year later, I'm 168 pounds. And I couldn't, that wouldn't have happened without cheerleading. And so I kind of thought my cheerleading season was over. The last competition we had was in Alabama, and I was super stoked. Never been to a beach before, so I was super stoked about that. But it ended up getting canceled, so I was kind of bummed that that was going to be the end of my cheer career, because I knew Northwest was the college for me since probably freshman year. But I'm not a flyer. I'm a tall person. So I kind of thought that was the end for me. And then my coach texted me just the other day. I was like, Natalie, Northwest just posted on their Instagram and said that they're having an all-girl team, and I think you should try out. And I didn't debate it for a second. I automatically sent in my information for my tryout packet. But it's I'd honestly be a hypocrite to myself if I didn't try out, because a year ago I was in the same situation where I don't have tumbling and I may not make it, but I'm gonna regret not doing it at all before I regret trying out and not making it. So that's the story of my cheer career and how I got here today. And I hope I get the chance to work with you. If I said that I could bring what I bring to the table that was different than anybody else, it's just the level of energy and what that can do for you. My cheer team, Inferno, from Mega, the level 4 team, we had a rough start to our season. Facials just weren't a thing, energy wasn't very high, And I came up with this chant because honestly, it's all in your head. Like the second that you have confidence in yourself, you're gonna start to shine and your energy's gonna go up. So I came up with this chant, and we ended up doing it before every routine that we performed. And our scores went from probably 93s to one of our scores was a 97.17, which is the highest Mega has ever scored in their whole entire 10 years of being open. So I think that I could just bring a level of positivity and energy to the team, and I hope I get to work with you. Thank you.